Worship review. It's Sunday morning. I'm a worship leader. I'm stuck here in my office. I can't lead worship for a live gathering because they are banned, outlawed by our government. So I'm going to visit some other churches this morning online, and I thought it would be fun to do a worship review. We're going to be looking at the various live streams from churches out there, and hopefully we'll be able to pull away some good ideas as well as maybe some ideas of what not to do. Who knows? This is an adventure we can go on together. So here we are on the good old Facebook, and let's just start with Elevation Church. So Elevation is taking the approach where they are meeting in their regular worship space, I think at their Valentine campus, and it's just an empty auditorium. Nobody's there. I think it works, but at the same time, I think it's also kind of weird. I prefer the online church approaches where you're not just using your normal live venue, but you're like actually maybe just using a venue that feels a little bit more homey, a little bit more personable to the online viewers. But this just sounds amazing, and it looks amazing. Taking the guitar off, it's getting real. Anyways, you guys get the point. Elevation, honestly, their online church services right now aren't a whole lot different than they were before the whole quarantine situation. Let's go ahead and check out Transformation Church. I've heard of Transformation Church before, and their pastor, Mike Todd, I believe is his name. But I never got to experience one of their worship services. It's pretty awesome. I would give the mix, though, the audio, maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10. That's comparing it to like Elevation or Bethel. Just listen to that. Like, don't get me wrong, their vocalists, instrumentalists are amazing, like really good, better than I am. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel like the mix is a little too dry, for lack of a better term. Let's do my church. Don't tell anybody, but we're live streaming right now for worship for our church, and I am making this video instead of being a good worship leader and watching our live stream. It's a beautiful name. We're using 3 camera angles with 2 GH5s, a GH4. We use a Blackmagic ATEM switcher to bring it all together. We overlay lyrics with Pro Presenter. This is the final result. We record this in our studio. I am just so excited to not be leading worship in this studio anymore. And this is the nature of our sermons during this quarantine time. Our pastor goes to different locations to film, in places that kind of help illustrate his sermon. Let's check out what Bethel's doing. So Bethel has the same approach as like Elevation and some of these other larger churches, that they already have great broadcast systems set up. So they just use those existing systems in their regular worship space, and that's what we get for their online experience. Let's go down though to like last week's, and you guys can just see there's something cool about their worship services though. I want to point out how they have someone doing sign language, and they put that on the feed. That's really cool for people who know sign language and they can't hear what's going on, to be able to read that along. It's pretty epic. I would give Bethel a 11 out of 10 when it comes to their live stream mix. Here's Flatirons Church. They are a larger church in our area here in Denver.
Jesus, our redemption and our salvation is in his blood.
They're going for a more acoustic-y vibe with the worship this week. Okay, so they have, looks like they have like a worship leader kind of taking each song here, taking turns. I like the style of their pastor's sermon here. He's just hanging out at home, but they also, filmed it with multiple angles. They've got some good filler footage going on here to help him illustrate points. Very creative. So these guys also did a simple multi-track and multi-camera recording where each of the musicians were filming themselves at home. They did a multi-track recording of their mics and their instrument, and they mixed it all down, cut it all down together. But it's a very kind of simple setup. Oh, look at this. Very, very epic. Good job, Flatirons. Let's check out Hillsong Church. And this was streamed.
Well, hi, church.
This isn't live from Hillsong. This is streamed 14 hours ago because they are a day ahead of us.
Welcome to Sunday morning church.
So they're opening up the service with one of their pastors, kind of welcoming people. But notice you have the acoustic guitar playing underneath.
Hey, let's get ready for a great morning. Let's lean in.
Then we got Jad leading worship from his house.
Come on, let's sing together.
Recording on a SM7B.
Everyone needs compassion.
Got headphones on. He's probably listening to a click in tracks to record at the right timing. Overlaying lyrics. I love this. Some content recorded prior to government health orders.
Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of a Savior. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save.
So they also took the approach of recording all their musicians individually at home. They're all wearing headphones, so they're probably recording through some sort of click and guide cues and maybe some backing tracks. They send all those files to someone to then mix it down, and then also they send the video files because they're all recording video as well. And then I would not want to be the video editor who puts this together. Got like 8 to 10 people recorded their parts for this song. So good. And this is just Hillsong Worship reminding us that they have the most stacked worship team in the globe. I think this is a really good way of recording worship at home to kind of give it that, produced at home feeling, vibe, except like the quality is just like really, really good. So it's like both highly produced, but also feels like nice and organic and homey. So then we have Pastor Brian in this environment where it's not on the stage at their church. This is where Hillsong is kind of departing from what Elevation and Bethel and a lot of these other larger churches are doing. I feel like they've actually created the right sort of studio environment to give these live streams just a bit more homey, intimate of a feel.
So many great praise reports. Someone praising God for their Connect group at this time. And
very well done. I would say Hillsong Church, out of all the biggest churches out there who have, the huge auditorium to host worship, they have all the production gear. I think they're doing the best at just making these online worship services like more suitable for an online platform. That's basically it. They end the service with teaching and then a prayer at the end. So they're more front loaded with worship at the beginning of the service. And now time for some bonus content for you guys. I wanted to show you some of these virtual worship songs that just kind of blew me away. The first one was by Life Church. They did this arrangement of Amazing Grace that was, it gave me kind of a panic attack as a video editor, but the power of this production, this recording of the song overcame that panic attack for me. So listen to this. So all their worship leaders were at home. They recorded themselves singing along to this song. I like the creative visuals in the background going on here. Just like the little things, like duplicating this guy's video files like this. Man. So the song goes on. It just gets more and more complex.
Where are you? Come rise and sing. How sweet the sound of our victory. Oh, death, where are you? Where is your sting? How sweet the sound of this victory.
because it's one thing to create a multicam video recording and then just like kind of cut those angles together and then just have like one angle showing on the whole screen the whole time. But like there's like just so much going on here, like the way they had to splice all these video files together. Just really, really good work. I would love for whoever edited this project to like post a YouTube video somewhere so we could see just what the timeline of this project looks like and how many compound clips and multicam clips they had to put together to make this possible. Very, very cool Life Church worship. Then we've got Michael W. Smith and his worship band made one of these videos as well. So there's something about Michael W. Smith, like he can just take any song and he can just Michael W. Smithify it. I think he's flexing a little bit here in this video. We've got his home studio. This is where he's recording it at. He's got his lamp over here, his picture frame of his family. And then behind him, with all that gear and equipment, he's just saying, hey guys, don't forget, I'm Michael W. Smith. So he starts it out solo, and then watch this. He had all of his choir members at his church record themselves on their phones singing to this song, and then someone spliced them all together. Probably not Michael W. Smith, probably his video editor. And then they put it in this like quasi-cheesy iMovie template video thing. I say cheesy because that's what it reminds me of. It's like those templates in iMovie where you want to like put in different clips of your family vacation and it automatically puts it together in a video. It's kind of what this looks like, but I still think it's appropriate to the feel of the song. It's just the lens flares and the fade outs and the transitions. It's good. It's still powerful. Love the song. Love the recording. Awesome job, Michael W. Smith and the Brentwood Baptist Choir and worship team. Sounds great. Looks awesome. Good song. Love it. And that is it, folks. That's our online worship service review video. Let me know if you found this helpful. I think it's just fun to see what other churches are doing, and now it is easier than ever to do that as worship leaders, as we are stuck at home or in our offices in that case, and we can't actually meet together live in person. I cannot wait till we can do that. Who knows? It might be weeks, it might be months, it might be a year till we actually get back to normal. Nobody really knows, but hang in there, guys. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, share it with all your friends, and hey, if you need help with your worship ministry in how to lead worship, how to bring things online, how to do all this fun stuff, then check out worshipministryschool.com. My team is going to be there to help you, train you through our online courses as well as our coaching that we provide, because we're hopping on coaching calls all the time with worship leaders, showing them how to use tools like Ableton Live, showing them how to plan worship services in a pastorally intentional way. We're doing it all there. So go check out worshipministryschool.com. I'll see you there. Peace.